on television with us when she was 9 on Dance Moms, and now, of course, at 16, has written her own book. Chloe Lukasiak is here. All right, first of all, this is cool. You're releasing the new book next week, the day after you finish this tour with 2 of your friends and colleagues. So you've been dancing all over the country.
Yes.
And here's the book, Girl on Point. I like that. All right, what is the guide to taking on the world? What do we need to know?
What do you need to know? Well,
I can't believe you're 16, because you first came here when you were 9. So
yeah, it's been quite
Have
a long
any of
time.
us aged?
No, you guys all look the same.
All right.
Thank you.
There we go. Tip number 1, lie to adults. Proceed.
Well, we were just talking. I said lots of coffee, although I didn't say that in here. But no, confidence is a huge thing that I talk about in this book, and overcoming bullies is a big thing that I also talk about. So I don't know. I like to think of it as like a self-help advice book, and I share as much knowledge as I know, even though I'm only 16. So I'm still taking in all the knowledge I can.
Well, let's talk about this building confidence, because you tell me cameras have focused on you from a very young age. To dance in public, a 75-minute show, you got to have
a lot of confidence. Yeah, which is something I actually struggled with for a really long time. I didn't have that confidence. I felt like I was always being brought down either by other people or by myself. And so just kind of like going through that phase of really just believing in myself and understanding that like all I have to do is be the best I can be, not what others can be. So that was a huge journey for me, and I talk about it a lot in this book, and I'm still working on it, but I feel like I'm getting better at it.
And then I don't know if this is a life lesson or not. Obviously, Abby Lee Miller got a lot of attention for Dance Moms, got into trouble, is in jail now. Do you learn from, I mean, you're not involved with any of that, but you kind of witnessed all of it. Do you learn from that?
I mean, she taught me a lot of life lessons when I was on the show with her, and she taught me how to dance, so I'll give her that credit. But now I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to distance myself from her. She's her own person. Okay,
I mean, I think that happens too, and you have to. Isn't this is a word we never used when I was growing up, but I think is surrounded when you want to get away from the toxicity of certain people, or the toxicity of the circumstances that they're in. What else do you hope that people take away from this?
Oh gosh, just so much. I mean, I talked about my childhood, my time on Dance Moms, leaving, like all of the struggles I've been through. So it's really like people just get to see every side of me. And actually in this book, I have some original pieces that I wrote in here, which as a dancer and as an actress, I'm always vulnerable and people are always seeing so much of me. But this is just like a new way for them to see me. So I'm really anxious, but I'm also really, really excited. And I hope people like it.
All right, we're going to tell people how they can get it in just a second, but it begs the next question, because to a large degree, the fuse was lit by these reality TV cameras and these shows. And now you're probably in that interesting point where producers, I'm sure, are saying, hey, let's continue with this. Let's focus on this journey. Or do you want to still have the cameras around, or maybe not have them around for a while?
You know, I mean, I love acting, so I'd like to have them around for that. But I feel like if the show were to come back, I'd definitely be interested in hearing about it and considering it. But that was just such like a big part of my life, and I feel like I've kind of closed the door on that. So like I said, I'd consider going back, but I feel like my future is kind of more towards acting and dancing and this book.
There we go.